I was homeless for a while, right? I finally messed around, got some money in 96. I signed my first big deal and I bought a house. And 1996 was when plays got started up real big. And a promoter named Al Wash bought this homeless dude to my house. Now I just bought this house. They didn't know it. They thought I was balling because I just bought this house. I had $1,700 left after I bought this house. This promoter named Al Wash bought this homeless dude to my house named Tyler Perry. And Tyler sat in my office going, man, you got a nice house. And I was house poor. I didn't have no money, man. I took my $400,000 that I had and I put $350,000 down on the house. Because I said, if Kami don't ever do nothing else for me, I'm going to buy one house. I bought a $1.1 million house. I put $350,000 down on it with the builder, and I had a house note. And I figured through my jokes, I could make the house note. Tyler Perry sat in my office and told me about this church plays he was going to do. And, you know, I couldn't even tell him. He was coming to me to borrow $25,000. I ain't had no $25,000. I got $1,700. But I liked the dude. I said, man, I think you own to something. I said, let me think about it. You know, because I didn't want to say I ain't got the money, you know. I was a young dude back then. If I knew what I knew, I'd have just said, hey, man, I don't have the money, but let me help you and make me a partner or something like that, but I didn't know how to do that. And walked away. You see who Tyler Perry is now? I do shows at Tyler Perry Studios. And we sit around, we talk about it all the time. I said, man, I couldn't believe you was in my house. He said, man, I think about that all the time. He said, you should have gave me the money. I said, man, I had the money. Why don't you give me some money? A lot of money, man. It's funny, you know, you see people successful. And see, what you see is you see this snapshot of who they are. What you have to focus on is to how they got there. Because that's the story that you can relate to. You can't relate to Tyler Perry as he is today. But if you knew he was sitting in my house when he was homeless, needing $25,000, that sounded a lot more like you than owning Tyler Perry Studios. That's why it's important, man, I feel when people become successful, that they become transparent and open up the real truth of themselves. I can't stand it when rich people stand in front of people talking about, you know, you can buy a house with no money down and follow me and I can show you how to get rich. No, you can't. And you can't buy no house with no money down. You might be able to buy a house with no money down, but when you get to closing, you're gonna need some money, man. They don't tell you that. But you know, they sit up there and they don't tell people the truth. I came up with a slogan the other day on the radio. You need God to get there, but you need more God to stay there. If you have any aspiration for success, you got to get some God. Now, let me tell you something. You can try it without him because I did that. You can try to make it without God. You might even get some measures of success, but you ain't going to be able to stay there, man. You've seen it many times. A lot of people hit it. You know, I did this on my own. Illuminati, that you can't hold, man. You need God. I'm just telling you real. You gotta have God. It's a cold piece of work. At the end of the day, whether you're a young cat out here hustling or you're an old person trying to hold on, you can turn all that into flourishing if you put some God in your life. That's all to it. And I'm just an old street cat telling you this here. And I don't even know nothing but about 5 scriptures. Ta-da!